Oh, okay.
But I liked how Knuckles had a kind of different way to play through the game than Sonic and Tails did. I was kind of happy with that. Like once you got Sonic 3 and Knuckles hooked together, you could just play through with Knuckles after you beat it. And it actually kind of changed the way the story went. At the end, you're fighting Metal Sonic, and he steals the Master Emerald. He goes Super Metal Sonic, I suppose you'd call him.
Yeah, and sometimes I would get debug mode and try and go through Knuckles stuff with Sonic or Sonic stuff with Knuckles to see what would happen. It kind of jacked up the game, though.
It usually would crash you, or you would just get stuck unless you debugged through walls.
I didn't really like the way... I know it's kind of a stupid complaint, but I didn't like the way Sonic looked in Sonic 3. He just didn't look as badass as he did before. He looked a little round.
To tell you the truth, if you look at the box art as Sonic 1 and 2, he really never looked that badass. I like his newer designs better.
Well, I just didn't like his number 3 one. I don't know what it was about it. It's just something I didn't like about it.
I kind of like the 3 one, but whatever.
I liked it. Then there was, after that, Sonic 3D Blast, which I guess we all have mixed opinions on that because I actually liked the game despite it being different, but a lot of people didn't. At all, for some reason.
It was okay, in my opinion, but I can't beat it. It was kind of...
I beat it. I'll admit that it was kind of hard, though, because it took me a while to beat it, my first time.
I didn't play that game much, so I can't really say much about it.
It was moderately fun. It was disappointing though that you got all the Chaos Emeralds and there was no Super Sonic, but what are you gonna expect with that game?
When I first played it, I saw Knuckles and Tails. I was like, what are they doing here? Why don't they move? And I went up to them and my rings got taken away. I was like, what the crap? And then I finally figured out that I wouldn't give him enough rings to go to special stages, and I was like, oh, okay.
Then there was Sonic Spinball, which I moderately enjoyed that game, but at the same time it annoyed the hell out of me, because it was pretty freaking hard.
It got frustrating, because...
Yeah, seriously, there were times where it felt like it was, the controls, the way you moved yourself was pretty natural, and it felt, pretty fluid. And then there were times where it would just screw you over, just incompetently screw you over, and you'd get really pissed off, and it felt like the game was against you.
I like competing, just playing, the first level and playing till you die and seeing how much score you get. I don't know if there's a certain mode for that, but I like playing against people who could get, better scores.
There wasn't really a mode for it. I beat that game when I got when I turned, I think I was 15 when I replayed it after being younger. When I played it, I was probably 7 or something. It was so fucking hard back then, I couldn't do shit. After beating it, it really wasn't worth it because, I put 6 or something odd hours into trying to beat that game, and it's very aggravating.
I still can't beat level 3, it's a little bit too hard, I don't know.
Well, I can beat 3, but 4 is a pain in the ass, because it's really easy to die. Lava pits fucking everywhere.
Oh, and Sally's in the game.
And it's really hard to save yourself, either.
Wait, who? What? What were you saying, Sean?
Sally's in the bonus stage.
Yeah.
If you break the roboticizer thingies, it's Tails and Sally and I think Bunny and Motor. They just come out and they're that's the only time they're ever in a game.
Yeah, it's random.
I did see this.
It was a neat idea, if you ask me, because, the way Sonic being, ball-shaped kind of made sense that he could be in a pinball game. But it could have been pulled off a lot better.
I saw this one video where someone showed a Sonic SAM game that people were gonna make, but Sega decided that they shouldn't make it.
There was actually, if I remember, a Sonic pinball game that I played on the Game Boy Advance a while after that, which was pretty neat, actually. It was a lot better than Sonic Spinball.
I'm talking
I don't know
about...
if you guys ever tried it.
Oh, the pinball, Sonic Pinball, yeah. I'm talking about the
It was actually pretty good.
System game that was canceled. It was... go ahead, never mind.
Well, I only played it like once, and it was kind of funny because Sonic wasn't in the pinball machine. It was just like this silver little ball.
Yeah.
I didn't know why that was. It just made it a lot less entertaining for some reason.
You still, like, had to kill Robotnik and shit, and, like, you could get the Chaos Emeralds and stuff. You could actually get, I believe, Sonic to get on screen if you did stuff, like, correctly. Like, if you got all the Chaos Emeralds, I think Super Sonic would come on the screen and start doing shit. I can't remember.
You guys
It was weird. There were actually, like, zones and stuff, and it was random. But we're getting pretty far ahead of ourselves, I suppose. We should go ahead and jump over to what would come next would be Sonic R, am I right?
No, wait. I wanted to say something about this video. I saw there was, like, a canceled Sonic ZM game where you, like, snuck around, like, Robotnik Space Summon. I saw some gameplay video. It looks pretty cool, but they didn't make it.
Yeah, but it's not a game that ever came out, so it's not really worth discussing since we really have no idea what it is.
Alright. Just saying.
Anyways, on to Sonic R, I suppose. Did you guys play that game?
Yes, I did.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about that game because it was hella hard to play, I'm not gonna lie. Not that I didn't have fun playing it, it's just the controls were so what the fuck.
Like, you could...
It was really hard to do shit. I actually got all the Chaos Emeralds and I managed to get all the tokens and unlock everybody, which was a miracle because it took me forever to do it. Just mind you, this was on the PC version, and I was using some random-ass PS2 rip-off controller, but still the controls weren't that great. I played it on Saturn too, and it didn't play that much different.
The keyboard, it was hard to steer characters.
But I actually getting all the stuff kept me quite busy for a while, and I had fun getting it, like the tokens. You had to get really good at racing through the tracks since you had to get all the tokens, and you had to get first place to actually make it matter. Which was interesting. The fact that, like, they had all the different characters, there were some, like, pretty big differences between some of the characters, which was interesting.
Yeah, but I didn't think
it was nice to see that.
I didn't think, like, everybody wanted to be Super Sonic, but I think only one person could.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was BS. No, only one person could be one character.
Yeah, but there was a cheat to make it so you could be the same.
Yeah, there was a cheat. You had to hold down a button and you could pick the same character. Everyone could.
I didn't know that.
It was like your camera adjustment button or whatever. You hold it down when you select the character, and if you're still holding it, the person next to you can still select them.
Cool.
I think it might have actually been a glitch. I don't know, but the game got really boring once you got everything, like, because the racing was never really fair. Basically, whoever was playing as, like, Super Sonic and Metal Knuckles was gonna win. Yeah. Metal Knuckles was a cheap shit, I'm not gonna lie. God, he could just stay in the air forever.
And Amy and Robotnik are so slow.
Amy actually had this weird acceleration thing that can make her go faster than Super Sonic, but you had to do it at the right times.
Yeah, a car can go faster than Super Sonic, yeah, alright.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, yeah, there's a lot of plot holes in Sega games, you know that. Sonic the Fighters, there were like 8 Chaos Emeralds. Where the hell did that last one come from?
And where'd it go? Where'd it go when...
Yeah, they don't explain lots of shit. Sonic 1, why are there only 6? There's a lot of plot holes in that crap, but it's not really important since Sega doesn't care about them. Why should we?
Oh, yeah, I've got to talk about the Hypersonic thing in Sonic Knuckles.
Hypersonic was kind of worthless if you think about it, aside from being, like, you know, more pretty. That's pretty much it. And that thunder technique that killed everything on screen, which was worthless. Why would you care about killing everything on screen if you're already invincible?
Yeah. Everyone... Some people think that...
Might not be able...
I'll talk about that later. What?
I'm just saying you might not be able to like reach an enemy and I don't know, maybe get you more points.
Yeah, that's really not important. And this, since when the hell have points mattered aside from maybe getting you an extra life if you got a lot of them?
I've realized, I mean, you just see, like, get debuff mode and, like, just, like, keep hitting the box and you get, like, 1,000 rings.
Yeah, it actually starts going into weird fractions and crap in your numbers.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Oh yeah, I'm like, remember when like you could like go to levels that you weren't supposed to go to with certain characters and you get like a blue Knuckles?
Yes. Debug was quite fun to screw around with.